Hello everybody and welcome along to Transfer Talk.
Time now for your transfer update.
Breaking news to bring you away from tonight's games. It's news from Old Trafford. It's news we've been waiting for, and it is finally confirmed. Manchester United, they say, are pleased to confirm that.
Transfer news comes from Manchester United. They have completed the signing of a young forward, 18-year-old Enzo Cana-Biek. He will, however, go on loan to Swiss Super League side Lausanne Sports. Last season, the France youth international scored 9 goals in 18 games for Le Havre's under-19s team. So Enzo Cana-Biek is a Manchester United player, but he will be going out on loan.
He's a deep-line midfielder, very technically gifted, but it's his passing ability that will excite us, both short and long-range passing. He rarely gives the ball away. He's in Liga, and he's in the sort of the top percentiles for ball retention, but also the number of balls he plays forward as well. So it's not just, keeping hold of the ball, but also passing it in the right way to start attacks as well. So he's just playing some of the best football in his career. But it's the kind of move I think at the beginning of the window to have seen come through the door. Might have taken a bit longer to get to this stage, but it's the kind of target there, and that kind of not horrifically expensive, not 50, 60 million pounds, but around 30, just over around 33 million pounds potentially for this deal. And if he becomes brilliant and he ever wants to leave, they can potentially get even more from it if he continues to develop.
Welcome back to John Cross, Riyaf Al Samurai and Jack Rosser. Let's talk all things Manchester United now, because yep, they made it 3 wins, 3 Premier League wins on the spin for the first time. And I can't remember how long, but the first time definitely under Rúben Amorim, because he made it back-to-back wins for the first time under his management last time out as well. Riyaf, it was a huge win for Manchester United. We have been here before. The word false dawn seems to be associated with that club in the past few seasons, but and I've probably asked you this question before as well, does this one feel different?
It does, because it's the first time he's done it. I've been incredibly sceptical about Rúben Amorim, and it's gonna take a lot more, I think, before I reverse ferret on that particular view. But look, it's 3 wins in a row. They're going well. I think the main thing is actually, even aside from the results, it's the positive signs on the pitch. We know what he's about, and we also know his limitations with this sort of absolute commitment to the dogma of his system. He's not for turning. So look, we make peace with that, and you watch it unfold. Now, what I saw yesterday, I think possibly the main things, aside from them actually winning a 3rd game in a row, you got guys like Cunha, guys like Mbemo, guys like Bruno tracking back, putting in a shift. You've actually now, for a lot of his reign, I've watched it wondering how much of these players actually buying into what he's telling them. I wouldn't ever say it's been a team that's really screamed of commitment to me. What I was watching yesterday and during this run, which we should remind ourselves is 3 games, so perhaps sort of hiring the open top bus is premature. But when we're watching that yesterday, you're seeing that it's very positive. They've obviously shown a few vulnerabilities towards the end. They sort of allowed that door to be opened again. But with United, we've got to be talking about baby steps, because they've got to start showing the signs of that progress. We are seeing it now. I still think the single biggest aspect
at that time,
yeah,
and the budget may have to go on those players, because he's pinpointed these players as the players to take them forward. Some about the injury, that the Sun mentions that it could be a major injury scare for Amorim, and it may force him to go into the market in January. It's always a dangerous time to go into a transfer window, though, isn't it? Particularly for a position like that.
Particularly for strikers, it's a very expensive time to go into the market. I was in the press conference, and Amorim, he was leaving the room as he was asked about Šeško's knee, so he didn't have time to give a full answer, and he just said, "I'm worried," because when it's a knee, it could be anything. He also was quite open to the suggestion that they might buy him some more midfielders, which I think is as much, if not more, pressing for them. And of course, The issue they've got with the strikers is that the time that they would need another one is actually December, when Mbeumo and Ahmad go to the Cup of Nations, so they might be short of goals at that point. But I think midfield, longer term for United, and I've thought this for years.
Manchester United's rebuild under Rúben Amorim has taken a stunning new twist as reports intensify that the club have secured the signing of a highly gifted 19-year-old Argentine striker. The football world is buzzing with anticipation, with insiders calling the deal one of the most exciting youth acquisitions Old Trafford has made in years. The teenager, whose name is being safeguarded amid final formalities, has already earned a reputation in South America for his lethal finishing, blistering acceleration, and fearless attacking style. United scouts have reportedly tracked him for months, mesmerized by his ability to glide past defenders and create goals from impossible angles. According to sources close to the negotiations, the club believes they've landed a generational talent with the potential to develop into one of Europe's most dangerous forwards. Under the bold, modern direction of Rúben Amorim, Manchester United are strategically rebuilding their frontline with hungry, dynamic young players capable of carrying the club into a new era. This latest signing reinforces the manager's blueprint: high-energy football, vertical attacks, and a forward line capable of striking with pace, precision, and relentless intent. Amorim is said to be a driving force behind the deal, pushing for fresh attacking options that can thrive in his aggressive tactical system. Those within the club describe him as all in on this young Argentine, convinced that his game-breaking instincts and South American flair will add an unpredictable edge to United's attack. The global fanbase is already in a frenzy. Social media exploded the moment reports surfaced, with many supporters hailing the youngster as the next breakout superstar destined to light up Old Trafford. Comparisons to some of Argentina's finest attacking exports have only fueled the excitement. If expectations match reality, Manchester United may have just uncovered their next iconic hero, a fearless teenager ready to rise on the Premier League's biggest stages. As the club prepares for the official announcement, one thing is clear: the future at Old Trafford is starting to look very bright, and this signing could mark the beginning of a thrilling new chapter in the Amorim era.